My name is Anita Kireishi, and this is Like an Astronaut. Make sure you stay till the end to find out what the most annoying thing on the moon is for astronauts. I had a chat with some of the guys from ILC, the company that built the Apollo mission spacesuits, the spacesuits that went to the moon, and then the Artemis mission spacesuits, the spacesuits that are going to the moon. In this video, you find out what astronauts wear underneath a spacesuit, what you do if you're in space wearing a spacesuit and you need to pee or itch, and finally, how the Artemis spacesuits, the spacesuits that are going to the moon, are different and have changed from the Apollo mission spacesuits to spacesuits that went to the moon. So, without further ado, let's get into it. What is underneath a spacesuit? Astronauts have to wear two garments and something else that may surprise you, and they have to wear all of this before they put the spacesuit on. The first thing that they wear is a comfort layer, so basically a long underwear, and this is to prevent chafing. The second thing that they wear is an LCVG, so this was a liquid cooling ventilation garment. Liquid cooling ventilation garment is basically a cooling garment with fine gauge tubing that has water circulating through the tubing around the garment, and then at the end it dumps the heat. It's basically to help the astronauts keep cool underneath all these layers and a spacesuit. So you need to pee or itch and you're wearing a spacesuit. What do you do?
They have an itch. What do they do?
And if they have an itch, they just live with it.
So this might surprise you. We're talking about an adult nappy, or if you're American, an adult diaper, a MAG. A maximum absorbency garment. Sounds uncomfortable? Not as uncomfortable as what they would do during the Apollo era. Can you guess? A catheter. Apollo era astronauts used catheters, yes. And back then, all the Apollo astronauts were male, so it was a little bit more doable than now when it's female and male. So all astronauts now wear a MAG, an adult nappy. So, the order in which an astronaut suits up: MAG, then the long underwear, the LCVG, and finally the spacesuit. Finally, how are the Artemis spacesuits, the spacesuits that are going to the moon, changed from the Apollo spacesuits, the spacesuits that went to the moon? So what ILC have done is they've learned a lot from the old spacesuits and the current spacesuits. So the Apollo spacesuits had a soft upper torso. The current EMU spacesuits have a hard upper torso. So the next generation spacesuits will have a hybrid upper torso. Secondly is the swappable lower torso. So the first one is a highly mobile lower torso that you would wear on the moon or on Mars. The other one is something that you would wear whilst you're on a spacewalk in zero-G environment. So it doesn't have to be super mobile, it's actually quite low mobility. So here we talk about quite a notable change, one that solves one of the most annoying problems on the moon. So the next generation spacesuits will have two different ways you can enter the upper torso. The first is common, which is waist entry, and the second is rear entry. So this is where you enter from the back. So the portable life support system swings out and you climb in. Why would you want to do it this way? Well, it solves the most annoying problem on the moon for astronauts: lunar regolith. Lunar regolith is a headache. So a benefit of rear entry is it basically allows less lunar regolith to be brought into the lunar lander or habitat. So lunar regolith is sticky, to say the least, as there's no wind on the moon. So basically no erosion. What this causes is something called polishing of the dirt, which basically leaves the edges of the grains of dirt like freshly shattered glass at a microscopic level, but still very annoying. How annoying? These sharp edge grains of dirt get embedded into the fabric of spacesuits. I mean, you can still see them in some of the Apollo mission spacesuits. And not only that, when lunar regolith gets brought into the spacecraft, it creates issues for mechanical and electrical systems on board. The suit port design solves this very annoying problem. So after the first trip, the spacesuit never comes back inside. So the astronaut backs up to the lunar lander. They clip in and there's an airlock where the portable life support system can swing out. So the astronaut climbs out and the spacesuit and the lunar regolith stay outside. So lunar regolith, adult nappies, and a spacesuit with all its layers. Has this put you off or motivated you to want to go to space? Drop a comment below and let me know. Until next time, stay safe, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe, and hopefully one day I will see you in space.